What's up guys? We're here at Atomic eCig once again for a mod review and a juice review, but I'm going to be doing the H Priv Pro Kit.
And I'm going to take a look at the iTaste Kroma.
Alright, so cool smoke box, nice soft touch box. You got your mod, it's a pretty sexy looking mod. Gold on red, Niners colors, you know, stun it if you're a fan.
Hardest team in the NFC, Niners.
Then with the kit, you also get silica packet, don't eat this. Standard manual.
Don't eat it if you're a pussy.
You got your gold smoke tank, matches up with the mod, nice. You also get some spare glass, a spare coil,
Asparagus.
standard charging cable, another silica packet, one of these nice little tank bands, and of course, replacement O-rings and parts. I'm just gonna keep this stuff in the box. I'm gonna get this assembled real quick, and let's have Zach take over.
Backpack.
Back, it's your backpack.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this little fucker. So, it looks a little funky, but it is a, it's got a 2000 milliamp hour internal LiPo battery. It has 75 watts and temp control. And then up here it looks like it's an RDA, but it is a tank, so that's pretty nifty. So if you can see right here, the 510 connector is recessed, so once you screw the tank in, it sits into it, which is pretty cool. It's good for the form factor, and then this little slit right here, if you line up the tank correctly, you can see how much juice you have while the tank is screwed in, so that's pretty cool. And if you think that is stupid and weird, it comes with a attachable 510 connector so that it will sit flush with the top of the mod. Yeah, so one thing to notice about this is the hole is meant for this tank, and the tank is 20 millimeters rather than 22. So if you try to take pretty much any other thing you own other than an iGo-W, to my knowledge, that is 20 millimeters, it will not fit in there, so you will have to use this. So you just kind of screw what you got on there and then screw that in here, and it will work and sit fairly flush. One thing that does bug me, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but you can see that at least with the one that we got, the atomizer that I screwed on is not sitting flush. It's kind of sitting at an angle, and there's a little bit of a pocket right there that you can see through, which bugs the fuck out of me. I hope they weren't all like this and it was a small quality control error, but it bugs the fuck out of me. I could not do that. I don't know. But other than that, the thing's pretty cool. The color is nice. A little weird though that it's like a dark olive green with a little orange hint. But other than that, it fits pretty nicely in the hand. Actually, you know what, now that I say that, this button placement right here is funky. I don't mean to shit all over this thing, but I don't know. With my hands, holding it closed, it's like right in between my pointer and my middle finger, so I have to kind of go out of my way to hold it to where this does not contour to this part of my hand, so that I can comfortably press the fire button with my pointer finger, or I have to do it with my middle finger. But yeah, it's cool. Other than those couple things that I mentioned. And charges through MicroUSB. And we can take a look at the tank too. So I really like the tank. The tank is awesome. It is top airflow, which I personally think every tank should be top airflow, because when the coil's burned and the coil floods with liquid, it's not gonna pour out the fucking bottom, which it's 2017, this should have happened years and years ago. But when the coil's burned, or if it's gonna leak for any other reason, it has to be upside down for the juice to come out. That's fucking cool. This is what tanks should do. Then you have 3 big airflow holes on the top, and to remove the coil, you press down. It's like a little bottle of vape juice. It's child safe. So you press down, twist counterclockwise, and the coil comes out. It presses onto the bottom like that and threads into the top, which is a little weird, but it is top airflow, and that is kind of how those tanks work. But yeah, other than that, in the box, it comes with this little safety guide. Micro USB cable, this metal half circle that I don't know what it does, a replacement coil, replacement O-rings, and a stainless steel drip tip if that tickles your fancy. That escalated quickly.
Let's pop back to my mod real quick, the H Priv Pro. So I'm not using the smoke tank just because I already have my RDA loaded up and ready to go. But some things I want to note. Like the other smoke boxes, it's got this squeeze firing button.
I fucking hate that.
I'm personally not a big fan. I mean, it is
hate
convenient to just squeeze while you hit it. There's no finger action going on at all. You just squeeze and you're good to go. And like all smoke products, it'll ask you if it's a new coil. You got all your nice OLED display screen settings right here. And has a 220 watt output, so you got plenty of power, and it's pretty good for all day vaping. The case is made out of a zinc alloy, so not necessarily the most rugged material, but it sure looks good. You can go as low as 6 watts all the way up to 220, and you got a voltage range from 0.35 volts all the way up to 8 volts. You also got temperature control options available. So for the temperature control, your resistance goes from 0.08 ohms all the way to 3 ohms, and without the temperature control settings on it, it'll do all the way from 0.1 to 3. I guess my only real complaint after vaping it for just a couple minutes here is getting the batteries in is a little touchy. Once you set the 18650s in, sliding this hatch back on is a little tricky. Like, let me see if I can show you real quick. It's like you got to get it flush and then press it down nice and solid and then slide it up. See, I can't even do it. Oh my god.
That looks pretty inconvenient.
It is fairly inconvenient for me.
No thanks.
Because essentially I have to depress the front battery here to get it to slide on, and it's just not really cooperating the way I thought it would. Not super user friendly here.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, no, that's just not agreeing. There we go.
That was stupid.
Because it's just these two little prongs here that are locking it onto the mod, so it is a bit of a trick to get it on. And your charging port is on the bottom, which is a little awkward, personally, but since it does have pass-through capabilities, having it on the bottom is pretty nice for pass-through vaping. And then it's 5 squeezes. All right, so quick things to note, it's 5 quick squeezes to lock it. Oh, I just unlocked it. It's locked, and once it's locked, squeeze. I don't get the patience. There you go. It'll prompt you for power on or power off. I'm just gonna keep it on, off. There we go. All right. Let me get it unlocked. Just gonna vape on it real quick. Much like all other smoke boxes, it is pretty simple to use, and it has that nice squeeze feature. Personally, I'm not a big fan of squeezing for the hit, but
I think it's fucking stupid still. Put a button on your mod, Smok.
you know, just one man's opinion.